Welcome back to County Connection. I'm Jason Gray, and I'm here today with Robert Henning, the director of the Rockpile Museum. And it is April now. And I know you said there's not a ton going on in April, but there are a few things.
Yes, there's a ton for us.
Well, right.
Because April and May really are our school tour season, right? So we've got kids at the museum almost every day, whether they're doing just a normal field trip or a Pioneer School program in our historic schoolhouse. We have a lot of kids hanging around. So that kind of occupies our time most of April and into May as well. So not a ton of public programs. We do also have a school outreach. Stephen, our museum educator, will be traveling to the Youth Ag Expo on April 19th and teaching the students that come to that event about sheep herding, sheep ranching. Sure. We'll be taking our sheep wagon out to that. And they'll talk about the things that a herder would need and what his life was like and how to load the wagon for a 3-month stay out on the prairie. So they'll learn a lot. So if your children are going to the Youth Ag Expo, make sure they see Stephen. Other than that, our big public event is a Museum Association event, and this normally took place first Saturday in June, but has been moved up this year. So Dance Through the Decades is Saturday, April 30th, and we'll try to get that up on the screen there. It is the same as past years. It is a great, fun evening designed to raise some money for the Museum Association, and we dance through time. So the music starts with 40s, 50s, and kind of that swing era after the war, and great music, and then progresses into the 1960s, 70s, 80s, and so on. And it's a lot of fun to really remember back to the songs that you loved when you were a young person dancing. Maybe you remember your high school prom. I don't know. I remember music from the 90s. And I love the music from the 80s. So those are my favorite times. How about you?
Oh gosh. Well, I guess I graduated in 2009, so I've got the whole...
The 2000s.
2000s.
I'll
anything before that.
I'll have to pick your brain because my music knowledge kind of gets into the 2000s and then it kind of ends. So, yeah. So we do typically get up to today's music, and then it's kind of a free-for-all at the end, whatever you would like. If you missed your song in the 60s, and our DJ Ron, he'll be able to play that for you. But it's at the Senior Center on April 30th. Tickets are $50.
And where can people get those tickets?
Get the tickets right at the museum.
At the museum?
Yep.
Okay.
If you know a Museum Association member or board member, ask them. They could probably bring you some tickets as well. All the money, all the proceeds from those tickets and the silent auction and other raffles that we'll have, proceeds benefit right now our summer internship program. And what we do is we bring in this year it'll be a graduate student, graduate level museum studies student to work with us for the summer, learn about our museum, learn from us, and we will learn from them certainly as well. And it's this year it'll be a little bit of a longer internship, up almost 12 weeks. So we're excited about that. In the past, we did an 8-week internship, but with graduate students, I think we've got a little more leeway to have them here for 12 weeks. So we're looking at offering that internship soon to a couple of students. We may have 2 this year, so that's exciting.
Okay.
2 interns instead of 1. And that is funded all through the generosity of folks that attend this dance. So this is, I think, the 6th or 7th annual. I've lost track. And every year the proceeds have gone to that. Our goal is to fund that program permanently. So the dance proceeds hopefully will create an endowment that will create the Rockpile Museum Association internship program and permanently fund that. And then the dance will move on and help us fund other projects. So please come out to that April 30th. The dinner is at 6. The doors will open at 5:30, and the dance will follow. You're also welcome to wear your favorite period clothing. So if you want to dress like the 2009 when you graduated,
Oh, God.
it's probably very similar to today. When I graduated, there was certain styles, and when you go back a few years, you get into even some very interesting styles like large baggy jeans and Doc Martens, and not tie-dye, but like the color impression shirts. I forget what they were called. All really interesting, and lots of flannel
Sure.
from
Yes.
when I was a child. The grunge era.
Grunge.
Yeah, we don't play a whole lot of grunge music because it's hard to dance to, much to my chagrin because I love it. But we stick to dance music.
All right.
But yes, please, everybody's invited to this. It's a good time. You can also buy a reserve table if you want to buy for your whole family or friends group. And then we are also always seeking sponsorships. So if you'd like to sponsor the dance, if you can't attend and would still like to support, just let us know.
Okay. All right. And I see you've got some stuff. You have an event for the Wyoming Friendly Skies.
Yes, and I brought this book before, Wyoming's Friendly Skies. It's about the training school for airline stewardesses that they were called at the time, flight attendants now. That was in Cheyenne. It started in 1947 with United Airlines and then picked up again later on. I bring this again because the authors, Mike Castle and Starley Talbot, will be at the museum on May 24th. So a little bit of a teaser into May. Mark your calendars, May 24th, 7 p.m. I know Mike pretty well, outstanding guy, will put on a great presentation. So they will be there to talk about the book, talk about the history, answer your questions, and of course, sign copies of the book. So I know a lot of folks like to have books signed by the authors, so that is your chance, May 24th at the Rockpile Museum. And then the other gift shop books, I think I mentioned before, but they weren't in. Of course, we mentioned The True West. We had the author, Mifflin Lowe. I don't know why I always forget his name. Mifflin Lowe was with us for a virtual program. So you can find that on our YouTube channel. If you'd like to hear from Mifflin, talk about the characters, the cowboys, the cowgirls that are in this book. But it is just a beautiful book. And I wish it would come across on the screen, but the illustrations are outstanding. Wonderful history about some of the known figures of the American West and then some of the lesser known figures. See if I can find just one of the great illustrations there. But gorgeous illustrations, nice history about some great characters of the American West. So here's Fox Hastings. She's got a great story, but this book is only $19.99.
Okay.
Which is surprising to me. Every time I open it up, it's just such a beautiful book. Also, that came in with these from the same distributor are a couple of books about our country, about our nation. This one is called The Side-by-Side Declaration of Independence. And these are for children to learn about the Declaration of Independence. And what it does is it takes the original text on one side and then it interprets it for children on the other side.
Okay.
Or adults, frankly. Because the language of that period, 1776, right, sometimes is confusing to us. What does this mean? What are they talking about when they say the word tyranny? You know, what did that mean at that time? What does it mean to us now? So it's a really great, this is probably not for little children, but maybe I'd say upper elementary.
Sure.
Kind of in that second, third, fourth, or even into junior high would learn a lot from this. And this one is $17.99, Side-by-Side Declaration of Independence. And then this one is the Interactive Constitution, all about the American Constitution. This one is maybe for little kids as well, because it's very interactive. It's got lots of flaps and little books you can open,
Little pop-ups.
little pop-ups, things you pull down, and wheels you turn, and it's just outstanding. There's the Capitol, and you open it up. There's not a riot, but good information. So, sorry, I had to go there. And then this is my favorite page, the presidents. Each president has a little pop-out.
Oh, yeah.
So it's got his picture, and then you pop up Chester A. Arthur, and you can learn about him. I'm not going to do it because I want somebody to buy this one. But little tidbits about each of the presidents. So these are just the coolest books. I just love these. This one is $24.99. If you're looking to teach your children about our country, right here. This is what you want to get. And we've got just a couple copies of each of those right now. So if you're very interested, come into the gift shop. It's open when we're open, 8 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Saturday.
All right. And that's a great way to support the Rockpile Museum, is to buy things at the gift shop.
Absolutely.
And not just books, you also have local Wyoming-made products and glass bottles of Coke.
We do. We've got the glass Coke. We've got Fanta, a couple different types of Fanta, Sprite, just delicious, real sugar if you're into the cane sugar. Candles, stuffed animals, bonnets, little Lego Wyoming animals, so a Lego moose and a Lego elk, and just a lot of great things. So yes, come in, support the museum. All that revenue comes back to us in the next budget year. We've had a great year so far with our admission and gift shop.
Okay.
And you can shop without touring the museum. So if you're not a member and you don't want to pay that admission fee, you don't have to come and shop.
Oh, okay.
So you're welcome to shop at any time. Please come and see the great products we have in the gift shop.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.